Hello, thank you for joining me today. This is part 2 of how to use embossing folder techniques for that wow factor in your card making. Let me show you 5 more ways in today's video. I'm going to color emboss, foil emboss, use an ombre technique, watercolor wash, and emboss some designer series paper. So let's get started. So I showed you in the last video, and I'll try and link it below, or it's just a few days ago if you can go back and check my videos from a few days ago. So our first one is to do a color emboss. I'm going to use the Ornate Floral Embossing Folder, and what I'm going to do, I don't know if I want that side or that side. All right, we're going to just take, I'll use Highland Heather, and I'm going to color with, just stamp it all on here. Hope that's good enough. All right, and then close it up. I'm painting my craft room. I'm moving downstairs, and I will have a video on that when it's complete. All right, so we're going to close this up. Put that down in there. And I think I'll do it twice. Oops. There we go. So you can use it either way. You can use it this way, or this all has to be cut down because it actually measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or that way and decorate it. So, or you could have colored it on the other side and got that side. So either way, they look pretty. Now here is a sample that I did with the embossing, and I did it on the other side. I did it on this side for this one. So it just makes it pop. I love color embossing too. Now let's do this foil embossing, which is amazing. All right, so I have a piece of our silver foil in here, and I'm using the Tin Tile Dynamic 3D folder. All right, so this is the tin tile. I'm going to just put my piece of foil in there, and I might have to open this up. There. Amazing the difference just that little thin piece made, huh? Okay, I'm going to put this aside for now and show you the different tips and tricks that you can do with all your embossing folder images. So that was the tin tile one, and what I did was, here's a little sample. I sanded it to rough up the edges, and then I went over it with the black, so it looks like old and what's that, antiques. So I just have a sanding sponge I got at the Dollar Tree, and I just sand it up, break it up. I'm just going to do that little portion at the top. Get all my bits off, and I'm just taking a sponge and then you just color your I didn't sand it very much, but if you need it more, you just do it more. But you can sort of see how it's going right there. Okay? To keep this video short, I just want to show you quickly different techniques. And you can just do it more if you want like more depth, like this one. All right? So that is the foil embossing, and it's pretty. So I'm going to use the Parisian Flourish 3D folder on this, and then run it full length of your pad until you get enough ink on it And then I start off the thing and just keep rubbing. And you can go up your page a bit. And then again, until it does go a little bit darker the more you leave it. So we'll start again at the bottom and go up. You'll see it come to life in a little bit. All right, start at the bottom and go up. All right, so I'm going to set that aside just for a second, and you'll see it, initial one. And that's the one I've just done. You can see it's getting darker. I mean, you can use it like this. Do I have just an ombre? No, I don't. All right, you can leave it like this, or you can emboss it. All right, so this, and I'll do it in here. Put it in. I love the look, like just looking at it through there. It's so pretty. Oh, put the spine in first, then your plate. This is my bottom plate, and it gets marked up so much. My top plate is not as marked as this, but they're both still straight, not much bent in them. And I've had these since October 26th, 2019. So I have tips and tricks for that too. Right. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love ombre and embossing. It just wows. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm done with that one. Right. Now, what was I going to do next? I think I was going to do a watercolor wash. That's what it was. Okay, so watercolor wash. Sorry, you're looking at a mess now. Let's see. We are going to do, I wanted a thick. I think I have a thick right here. Yes, because I'm going to use the lace embossing folder. All right, so let's get that paper out. I'm going to use this embossing folder, but first I want to show you a watercolor wash. So all I do is I take my aqua painter, and again I need a block. So a block, and we'll use the rose. And I'm going to put ink on there. And I'm going to take, I have alcohol in these. It dries quicker than regular. Alright, so I'm going to take a bunch of water, put it on there, and then just give it a wash. And just little swirlies on your paper. And if you need more alcohol, just squeeze it out. There we go. You can do as little or as much as you like. I think that'll do for the reason of this video. Okay, so that's your watercolor wash. And then just to wipe it off, just do that. And then you run it through your embossing folder. And I was going to use the lace. And since it's still damp, it's the best thing to do. These thick 3D embossing folders are best when you like spritz them with water. I'm going to put this through. I don't have much room here. I should have remembered that when I decided on these embossing folders. Right, so I'll just take this one and run it through. There we go. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Reminds me of a raspberry ripple ice cream we used to get when I was growing up. It was vanilla and raspberry ripple. Num. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it, love it. All right, so there's another watercolor wash. And then what you can do with this too, yeah, I'll do it on this one. Set that aside. All different techniques. So here I have some frost white shimmer paint. Give it a shake. There's a little ball bearing in there. And all I do is I take the cap and just get what's in the cap. And I'm going to just rub it here. So you can see that it just makes it shiny. That'll do. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see that. It just makes it like so shiny. I love it. Or that's that. Let's see what else I can do. You can take a wink of Stella and color some of it. You can do like, I'll do these ones. The glitter on it. Just every little bit just adds another thing of, wow, can you see that? I love it, love it, love it. It's not as noticeable as the paint, but it works. So then I have this. This is technically my wink of Stellas. When they're empty and they don't work anymore, I dump them in here with their ball bearings. There's one stuck to the side there. Add that much alcohol and that much water, and then I spritz. And it puts a shimmer on there too. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you probably can't see all that little bits of glitter, but it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Right, so let me put that aside and I'll show you watercolor wash too, and then add sprinkles or splatters. I'll do it on this side so you can see how it splatters. Alright, so here we go again. You need a bit, actually I'll take just a color. Alright, so this is Purple Posy, so if I use Highland Heather, you should be able to see that really well. I'm going to just take a little block, like so, and just put a dab on there. One little drop, right? And you can use your aqua painters, but I wanted to show you what I do with my aqua painters. This is with my wink of Stellas. This is a good wink of Stella, the clear one. When it's done, I put them in there, and then I take the inside and put it back into my thing and fill this with alcohol. So it works just like the pen, except it doesn't have as much glitter anymore, but it does have some. Alright, so then I'm going to just drop. No, I'm just going to pick it up. That'll work. I just pick up that purple color, and then I'll use this, and then just splatter. So you can splatter like so, and if you used a darker color, you'd see it better, right? And then just wipe it off on a paper towel and cover it back up. But I do have lots of, it still has glitter in it. Don't know if you can see that, but it still has some glitter in it, right? So that's a splatter technique. And then what else? How about DSP, Embossing Designer Series paper. Now you have to find a paper that doesn't have a big pattern on it, because otherwise you don't even see the embossing on it. You need something that's subtle. Before I do that, let me show you this. Alright, here was my watercolor wash, and I used this on it. Isn't it gorgeous? And then I embossed it. here I have a little bit of Wink of Stella to show you the difference in the Wink of Stella. It's glittery, and this is more shimmery, like a paint shimmer. This is it, not embossed. Look at that wow. I mean, this is pretty on a card, but that's wow on a card. So you just run it through the embossing folder and then put your shimmer paint on it. There's actually some shimmer paint on here. I put it on there already. Can you see it? But it's the same as this. It's amazing the difference in embossing folder, and this has more shimmer on it than that one because this is the whole thing done. Right, so lost train of my thought. I was doing DSP. Okay, let me show you this. This is the wood grain from In Good Taste Designer Series paper. Now this is it just embossed. Where's my paper? Okay, here's the paper. That's the other side. It's like a brick, like a 3D. That's gorgeous. Love it. But it doesn't show up on that side. You need something more subtle, more plain. So here we go. This is just a wood grain look. So when I did it with the wood grain, you can see the grains in the wood. This is the debossed side, and that's the embossed. You can't really even see it. But when you do it the other way around, and you sponge it, I sponged this with, I don't know, one of our browns. Hold on, I'll tell you. Soft suede. That was it. I sponged that with soft suede. Now look at the difference. It's amazing, isn't it? Just the difference, just the sponging makes. And then here too, I sponged this. And this was Designer Series paper from the Ornate Garden. So, right, so let me do this and put it in my folder. Again. And for this one, I'm going to use the Pine Wood Planks embossing folder. And I want to do it that way. And there we go. Make sure it's on there good. I might have to do it with one. Yeah, it won't go through. If you do that and it gives you a hard time about going through, it's too thick. So open up your, this is my old platform. I have so many different embossing folders, and this works best for me. I can open up one or open up two or not open up any, and it works. Whereas my other one, I have to add stuff, take stuff away. It's like, oh, because I have so many different brands and not just Stampin' Up. I know, my bad. Anyways, take you away. And let me show you the difference in the embossing when you color. Oh, I did it backwards again, but that's okay. Literally, you can't see it. It's like that. You can't really see the color until you sponge. So we're going to sponge, even though I've got it on the wrong side. Just get some on your sponge. Still pick it up, and you get all that wood detail. Look at that, amazing. So this is a plank one. I'm going to do it this way. See that? Wow. And you just keep going until you get the desired look that you are going for. So always start kind of off and then go on. stay there. Right. So this is the debossed. That's embossed. And this is debossed, but not embossed. Can you see the difference? And I just love embossing. I mean, what a wow factor. And I don't have any other samples to show you. Nope, I don't. Okay, but I will list all the embossing folders and things I used below. And if you'd like to shop with me for any of the products, just click on the links. And if you can visit my blog, you'll have more photographs and the written explanations of the techniques and how you can use them, etc. Or I don't think I have any cards in there. No, I didn't. I didn't make cards. I was just doing these to show you. But I love crafting and sharing what I love, which is a Stampin' Up statement of the heart in a nutshell. And I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel and join me when I do upload videos to help you in your crafting journey as well. It just is my creative therapy. I just love crafting, and I love sharing what I've crafted with others. That means not just doing videos and sharing with you, but I give everything away. I don't really sell too much. I do have an Etsy store, and I have done craft fairs, but obviously not this year because of COVID-19. There's no craft fairs. I've been refunded for all the ones I signed up for all through December. So no craft fairs this year, so all my stuff is on Etsy.com in my store, and I will list that below too if you're interested in taking a peek. But thank you for joining me, and I will upload another video shortly in a few days. And I'm literally working on my craft room at the moment. I'm moving from upstairs to downstairs and taking over 2 bedrooms downstairs. So I'll have the 1 bedroom where I'll have my craft room. Then there's a closet that we have opened up through both rooms, and I'm going to use that for some storage and a walkthrough. And the other room is going to be where I hold my classes. So yes, working diligently on that as much as possible. With my husband just having a hip replacement, it's slow going at the moment because he can't do too much yet. It's only been a month and a week. So I have to give him a little bit of a break. And thank you for watching. I'm going babbling on. I appreciate you, and I hope you come back soon when I upload another video. Click the subscribe button, and notifications will they'll notify you when I upload another video. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.